In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. It's your sole ID, your reputation grows. Let's do it once more. With Solana ID, in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your sole ID, if your reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. It's your sole ID, your reputation grows. Let's do it once more. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your sole ID, if your reputation grows. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. It's your sole ID, your reputation grows. Let's do it once more. With Solana ID, in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your sole ID, if your reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. It's your sole ID, your reputation grows. Let's do it once more. With Solana ID, you were in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your sole ID, if your reputation passion grow.
Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to Solid Talk number 65. We're doing it. We're at episode 65 of Solid Yappin' all year around, nonstop. I don't see an end. Inside, ladies and gentlemen, we're we discovered this format for us, and it's really fun, guys. It's really cool to do this with you every single week. And I wanna upgrade Solid Talk. I think next year we're gonna work on some upgrades to kind of have maybe a little bit of new ideas for the format of Solid Talk. For now, if you're new to this is what we do every week. We get together, all the Solidians assemble, and we yap about Solana, Solid, and Solana ID protocol. It starts from general market overviews and some ideas and thoughts on our main asset, Solana. We even talk a little bit about macro and just yapping a little bit about crypto markets, things that we're all curious about. And then obviously there's a bit of founder chat between me and my co-host Pierre, who joined me today as always. Welcome to the show, Pierre. How's it going, my friend?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm doing okay.
Oh, okay. You're very German.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Could be worse.
Could be worse, could be better, as always. Very neutral. But we do this every week, and we dive also into Solana ID protocol news. That's another thing we're going to do today. So we're gonna chat a little bit about some protocol updates and next steps. We're going to talk about the road to Breakpoint and what we have planned for this year's main Solana conference in Abu Dhabi, because it's only 2 weeks away. And we're going to just talk a little bit about the thought of a year-end rally and how realistic that is, because I do have, as always, a few bullish announcements to make for the industry overall. If you are feeling down and if you're feeling under the water with all these kind of boring charts right now, so at $140, not great, then you just join a Solid Talk every Saturday and you get your dosage of bull talk, because I'm a perma bull when it comes to crypto. And I said it before and I say it again, bulls make money and bears sound smart. So don't be the guy that just sounds smart, be the guy that makes money, and be here for the right reasons and for the long term.
That's best would be if you make money and you're smart.
And sound
How
smart.
about that?
That actually, but that is different from sounding smart. I don't want to sound smart. I want to be smart and make money. That's cool.
Okay.
But bears usually sound smart. They're not smart. They put out tweets and they're like, because when they talk about prices going down and how right they were to predict that, they sound very smart. Because if you say all year round how bad crypto is and that everything is going to go to shit, when it goes to shit, you're going to sound smart. But then if you zoom out to a yearly chart, you're going to see that Bitcoin went up from the left to the right. And it's great to be right once a year, but you don't make any money. You either want to be smart and be here for the long term and you make money. It's actually as simple as that. But it is not easy, because let's be honest, navigating these markets is tricky. Literally at a price level right now where Solana has been, I think, a year ago. And that's kind of depressing if you think about it. Like, you hold an asset for a year and nothing happens, or even it goes down. And the same with all our altcoins, and same with Solana ID token. You hold an asset and you kind of you can't time it. You can't time it. It's gonna fly at some point, but how the fuck do you catch that? That moment? You can't. So the best thing you can do is probably to have conviction, and that's why people always say believe in something, because it's true. I think the Warren Buffett kind of style of investing is literally just hold on things that you believe in and wait. And then and what we like to do in crypto is, like, we like to go left and right and pull capital out here and put it there, and then over the course of a couple of years, everything trends down if you do it like that, right? If you just pull capital out before the splash happens and put it somewhere else, and then the splash doesn't happen there, and then you pull it out there, and you missed another splash, and you do this for 10 years, and you just lost money. So we want to make sure to not fall into that trap. And if we can help a little bit with that, then that's great. If we can give you some ideas and the long breath to stay strong, and how does Soulflare say? What's the slogan of Soulflare again? Hold strong.
Hold strong.
Another one of the believe in something slogans. There's a reason why all these companies have these, or why we have these memes in crypto, right? Because it's true. Anyway, GM everyone, if you're here with us today, then drop a GM in the comment section, let us know that you are here because we have some Solidians assembled as always. Chills is with us, GM Chills. This is Le Sicilians here, JD Sol, JD in the house, JM Solidian Army. Wow, that's usually there's just a JM. Last time I made fun of you, JD, for always saying the same. Now he brought a new welcome message. Good to have you, GM. We have IC Wallet.sol. IC Giannis is here with us. GM Giannis, good to have you. As always, Crypto Optimist is also with us. That's right. That's the right mindset. Cyber, of course. GM Legends, 65 strong. You're right, my friend. Jacqueline Ann, repost the stream. Thank you so much. GM Jacqueline Ann. Poodle is here with us. Snow Toshi is here as well. As always, GM everyone, and thanks for pulling up to Solid Talk number 65. Now, that was the intro, and I'm just getting started, guys. Before I go into another round of yapping, I have like a few ideas prepared for you and a few news that I want to share with everyone, general market news, and some thoughts on these things. But before that, let's just check in with Pierre a little bit. Let's see how this man's doing over there. Where you at, Pierre? What is this? Is this like your new penthouse in the jungle, or where you at?
Wait a second. Am I? Can you hear me?
Yeah, but you're lagging.
What's going on? I see it. I see that.
Yeah, your face looks.
Wait.
I mean, you always look
turn
like
off
this,
my
so it's
camera.
fine.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay. We might lose. We might not lose Pierre over there. We have a static picture of him. Okay, here you go. Yeah, you're getting back. Here we go.
Wait,
that looks better.
I think.
Yeah.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pierre's frozen, but you're
I thought
again.
I thought that I finally escaped the. Am I back now or not?
Yeah, just lagging. But go ahead. We hear you.
Okay. Damn shit. What the fuck is that shit?
That is the reality of every streamer. Whenever you stream, your internet decides to be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Don't upload so much
for
data."
real. Everything was okay before. Now it's not. Damn.
Your neighbor started to
Let
watch
me-
Netflix.
Let me try to switch the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I mean,
Give me a minute,
You're
okay?
back now. You're kind of back now, but I don't know how stable it is.
Okay, but there's another Wi-Fi, so maybe it's more stable. Give me another minute.
Okay. Let's wait for the check-in. Let's wait for Pierre until he's ready to check in and hear a little bit about his journey right now, because he's not on his island anymore. He's out and about in the world, on the move. And I'm also going to be on the move next week. On Monday, I'm going to head to SEZ, Solana Economic Zone in Dubai. If you guys have heard about it, it is going to be legendary as always. It's going to be it's my fourth time already, I think, if I'm not mistaken, taking part in this kind of super team UAE event. There was Founders Villa 1, Founders Villa 2, there was SEZ Season 1, and now there's SEZ Season 2. And we're all getting together in Dubai in a co-working, and I'm going to talk to all the builders. We have some nice events. There's a pitch demo day that I'm going to attend to listen to some of the new startups and see if we can help them with some marketing. And that's going to be a fun time. And this week, actually, it's funny because last Solid Talk, when you guys saw me here, I was same situation as right now. I was hyped and ready to go. And literally the next day, Sunday, I was dead as fuck. I was very, very sick. I imagine last Saturday, I told you guys that I was awake for 24 hours. It was probably a bad idea because my body was like, Simon, take a break. So I was forced to lay low until Thursday. So pretty much throughout the whole week, I was dead. But Solid Talk is here and I'm back alive, stronger than ever. So I'm here again with you guys. I just recovered from a little bit of a flu, which is always annoying. But what I do when I'm sick is sleep, drink tea, just prep up on vitamin C and wait, just sleep it off. So I try to sleep as much as possible. I did that and I recovered in a few days and I am actually feeling really good again. I was in the gym again today after 1 week break, which is crazy. But I'm feeling better. Let me know what you guys are doing when you're sick. Maybe you have some tricks and tips for me. But what I like to do is just sleep, and that usually works very well. Pierre, I think you're back. Wi-Fi looks good.
Yeah.
You're looking crisp as always.
I think I'm okay.
Awesome. Where in the world are you if you are willing to share this with us?
First of all, I thought that I finally escaped the bad Wi-Fi signal now that I'm not on the island anymore, but it seems like it's haunting me somehow.
You're never safe, bro. When you're on the move, it's a constant struggle. You never know the place where you're moving in. It's always a risk. If it doesn't say high-speed Wi-Fi in the Airbnb description, you never know.
But
So
it
you
is
gotta-
actually pretty good, the Wi-Fi here.
Okay,
That's why
okay.
I was very confused. But I switch it now,
looks
so
great.
it should be fine. I am in Bonifacio Global City, BGC,
Awesome.
Manila, in the Philippines right now.
Manila, in the posh neighborhood of Manila, not with the peasants in the
Yes.
slums. Nope. You are with
That's what you said.
You're with all the white boys in
we
BCG. That's
we
great.
are surrounded by this, that we call it this, or they call it the squatting area. That's where the
Yeah,
the
I like
not
that.
so well off.
That's why I would
people
be.
live.
I'd be squatting
No, I
all day
don't
long.
think that you would like to be there.
Okay. Not sure about the name, but cool. And you're gonna stay there for a few days. Next week Saturday,
Yes,
are we gonna
sir.
catch you there again in the same space, or are you gonna be somewhere else? You don't have to reveal yet where
No.
you will be.
By the way, this is not how it looks like. That is not my
Ah.
forest cottage. In the beautiful. That's not how BGC looks like. Wait a second. Let me just turn off my virtual background so you can see
Show us the
how my
reality.
apartment looks like. That's the reality.
Oh, beautiful. You can leave that, bro. It doesn't look bad. It's okay.
I like
It's a
I like
beautiful
this
lamp.
better.
Okay, fair.
It looks more beautiful.
My setup is actually great, right? Like I think this scene here works really well for my live streams. As long as I have a reservation on this table and they don't chase me away midstream, this is the perfect spot. But today I made
You
sure
just
that
look a little bit green all the time. That's the
that
only
is
thing.
because of the green light above me.
Yeah.
I can't really,
But it's
I can't
fine.
tell them. I can't tell them to put a white light here in this shisha bar, in my shisha office. But yeah, okay, cool. So that's good. Let's see where Pierre is gonna be at next week. It's gonna be a surprise. If you are attending Solid Talks, you might already know where he could be. Drop it in the comments if you know it. But we will see. We will check in again next week. I'll be in Dubai and you'll be somewhere else. Now, I have a few things to share. Let's change to this view here, and let me pull up my screen, and let's talk a little bit about some market news. We do have a guest speaker coming up later, but before that, why has the Solana price been crashing since October? This major Sol player is selling. What do you think? Who is selling, Pierre? Who is selling? Who's dumping on us? Give me a guess. Just random name. You don't probably know, but maybe you guess it. But who could be dumping on us?
Maybe let's see if I actually saw this before.
Yeah, maybe you saw the news. Yeah,
Binance.
not really. They're not dumping on us right now. Maybe
No?
I have missed some news. They're always, but Binance themselves usually don't dump. All they do is they record inflows. Whenever the centralized exchange like Binance records a lot of inflows from random wallets, then that's a kind of a red signal, because if you move Solana from cold storage onto Binance, why the fuck do you do that? Maybe because you want to sell. So that's usually a signal, worrisome signal. And there was actually very large transactions happening last week, and no one knows what it was. But a lot of Solana has been moved around, and people were speculating what it is. That's actually also part of the news. But this player here is none other than our friends from Pump.fun, who've been shitting on Solana since ever.
No way.
Some people could have guessed that as well. But the platform revealed that meme coin launchpad Pump.fun has sold a significant amount of SOL, crashing out almost $500 million since the start of October, so just in 2 months. And that is based on data from Look on Chain. And I don't know what to think about it. And they did that before. They've been moving all their SOL earnings from, which is their revenue, right? They've been moving that shit to Kraken ever since, and it makes sense, right? It makes sense. They wanna. I mean, as a business, right? As a business, you make money. The money is denominated in Solana, which is a volatile asset. So you if just cold, right? Cold-blooded, you just convert it into USDC. You hold it on an exchange, because you believe that this is maybe more safe for your shareholders and everyone. But the signal that sends to Solana ecosystem is always kind of bad, because news headlines like this, they just look very nasty. Like, this big player is dumping on your bags. Not fun. And it's just like, with all the things they've done in the ecosystem, it's always like, I was never a kind of a hater on Pump, because I believe they are a net positive still. But it kind of hurts me to say it. I know. But they are net positive because they did so much activity during the meme craze. They brought so much activity and attention to the ecosystem. But yes, there have been people doing stupid ass shit on streams. But then also the whole streaming meta is new and innovative. and they've also brought a lot of new streamers into that ecosystem because of this. So I think if I would be in their position, maybe I would do something similar, but definitely
But
not.
are these streamers bringing any
Positive.
value with them?
I mean, yeah, they bring.
There's always this
value.
ethical question, because you can also say drug dealers are not that bad, because the drug addicts, they would always get their drugs somewhere if it's not from this drug dealer. So that's just,
that is actually very good.
Let's just
Very good
let the drug dealer sell his drugs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the drug dealers, they boost my national economy. So hell yeah,
exactly.
Keep them in. Business class. So if you're a country, you could, maybe some countries are like this, but this just looks a bit spicy. So if you're asking yourself who's dumping on your backs, it is pump.fun. Obviously there's other people as well taking profits. We can't just blame only them for headlines like this, but it is, you know, significant amount of money here. Pump.fun sold a total of 4.1 million SOL. That's 700 million, an average price of $180 this year, I think. So yeah, they're moving stuff to Kraken. So this is kind of worrisome, but it's constant. It's going to happen constantly. So I don't know. If you're an investor, maybe hold some pump, I guess. I don't know. Like some pump tokens as well. Because obviously they're also buying back their own token with the money they have, right? They have to swap their revenues into pump because they have their own token. So it's kind of a two-edged thingy here, but I would just wish they would do a bit more for the Solana ecosystem. On other news though, there was a big Solana hack last week. I don't know if you saw that, but Upbit, the biggest exchange in Korea, who just got acquired by Naver this year, by the biggest internet company compared to Google, basically, in Korea, South Korea. Upbit got hacked for $36 billion, $37 million, sorry. They've been hacked. They returned all the funds to the users, which is great, but still the hack it happened, and it was only Solana tokens. So the hackers took only Solana tokens out, which is definitely worrisome. But it sends shockwaves, they say, but it didn't really impact Sol price. I mean, we dumped, but not because of that. When this happened, we didn't move at all, right? So this is good. It shows resilience, because I think other ecosystems, if you put that headline out, and everyone was talking about this on this day, other ecosystems would probably tumble in such an environment. So we didn't. Because there's a lot of good things and a lot of bullish news still. And here's my perma-bull talk for you guys. I'm quoting Rack Fencer, whoever the fuck that is, but his tweet is good. Macro is flipping mega bullish. We have an 85% chance of rate cuts for December. We have quantitative tightening that's going to shut off. That means we're going to see more liquidity flowing into the balance sheet that has been going down, the US balance sheet, since the past 4 years. So we're going to see liquidity influx. I don't know if we're going to see quantitative easing, really, so new money printing again, but at least we're going to stop quantitative tightening. Also, we have many more crypto ETFs lined up. We already launched a bunch of Solana ETFs, and they've seen almost only inflows. There was a little bit of outflow happening last week as well, but the Solana ETF has been holding really, really strong. And soft quantitative easing is quietly starting, says he. I can't confirm that, but if he says that, sure, why not? So this beautiful technical analysis of our friend here says we're going up. So yeah, I don't know if you can trust this. Bitcoin USDT here, the Bitcoin chart here, but definitely I think this looks feasible. It can happen. You know my own takes as well. If you're following my analysis, I also expect the chances right now to be decent for another push towards new all-time highs, which is also really great. And then this is not all the bullish news I have for you. I have two more items that are really interesting on the macro front, which is one, central banks will end up holding Bitcoin in their reserves, even though it's backed by nothing, says Deutsche Bank. Obviously, this is, whatever. That's like TradFi kind of lingo. It's backed by nothing. Gold is also kind of backed by nothing. So it's backed by itself, I guess. Bitcoin is digital gold, so just get over it and embrace it. And I think they will embrace it, because the bottom line of the sentence here is that Deutsche Bank thinks central banks will start to acquire Bitcoin in the future as well, which they haven't done yet, which is crazy, because central banks are the biggest buyers of gold. If you looked at the gold price recently, you might have observed that it's going only up and to the right. Since 1970 something, we haven't seen gold prices like this. Why? Because this year, central banks mainly have been buying up a lot of gold very aggressively. Once they flip on the Bitcoin switch, this could be a very interesting future, honestly, in the next years here, because this could be a major player when it comes to holding Bitcoin. And another major player when it comes to holding Bitcoin could be The U.S. government, because Senator
Wait a
Loomis.
second. I'm wondering if they also ever announced in the history after the basically all the currencies in the world are not pegged to gold anymore. So since the gold standard is not the gold standard anymore, I'm wondering if they ever said that the euro or the dollar is also backed by nothing anymore publicly, because that's the case, guys. It's like it's like pointing to Bitcoin. Oh, look at this! It's backed by nothing, guys. But the euro and the dollar it's great stuff, very great stuff.
It's kind of funny, right? I mean, central banks have that's part of their job is to keep fiat currency stable, right, and alive, which they so far are doing an okay job. Obviously, inflation is always going to eat away some of your wealth, sometimes more and sometimes less. But it's a fair comparison. If you compare Bitcoin to currencies, to fiat, then Bitcoin is definitely backed by more than dollar is. But if you compare it to gold, obviously that's like usually currently the main discussion in the room, where people are the gold fanatics. They say, yeah, but gold has much more value. Because it's been around for so many thousand years, yada yada yada. Sure, but we gotta move on in this world, right? At some point. So don't get stuck on the old narratives. Bitcoin is here to stay now. If you haven't got it yet, then get the fuck out of here. And again, U.S. government has understood it. This year, Trump already announced a Bitcoin reserve, which is currently already implemented in the U.S. government, but it only holds a small percentage of the total supply of Bitcoin right now. Basically, only the Bitcoin that they confiscate lands in their treasury. But now Senator Loomis put out a proposal here where she proposes a strategic Bitcoin reserve that also buys new Bitcoin in future. And it's going to buy a lot of Bitcoin. They say that they want to buy 200,000 Bitcoins per year, 200,000 Bitcoins per year over a 5-year period, for a total acquisition of 1 million Bitcoins. Why is no one talking about this? Probably people are talking about it, but I haven't seen it so much in circulation yet. This is a proposal, obviously, but there's actually a fair chance that this might happen. I think there are meetings scheduled to talk and discuss this proposal further, but we have senators in the US government, currently mainly Republicans, that are pushing for not only strategic reserve that holds Bitcoin, but also buys Bitcoin constantly. Bullish. Now, that has been your Solana macro news and more like world macro news. I could do this probably for much longer because there's many more exciting headlines, including, for example,
is it really that bullish that one single entity holds up to close to 5% Bitcoin?
That is a different discussion. I'm talking about bullish for our bags and good for the price of Bitcoin. In the short term, that's very short-sighted. Yep. This might be good.
You know who has the biggest Bitcoin bags right now?
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah, okay, but he's not moving shit. Hopefully, I mean,
yeah,
because then we are all fucked.
Yeah, true, and we don't know who it is, so that is always a little bit of a spicy topic. But besides him, we have U.S. government, we have MicroStrategy. Yeah, I looked it up a few weeks ago. I don't know the other names, but mainly it's government, some governments, and like El Salvador somewhere there as well, I guess. And some digital asset treasuries like MicroStrategy. But yeah, 5% is significant, sure. But even if they hold 5%, they can't really do anything harmful to the network, I guess. I think what's more worrisome would be maybe quantum computing. So we need to fix that stuff still and be ready for, but that's also a whole different topic. But for now, I see it more positive because for now, over a 5-year period, accumulating 200,000 constant buying pressure per year of Bitcoin from a US government, this also sends a signal in the world, right? Other people are going to think like, damn, if they're buying so much Bitcoin, maybe I should start buying some Bitcoin. So other governments are kind of, if the US is doing that, right? So maybe other governments are also jumping on that, and they do.
I know one government for sure that is not going to buy any Bitcoin.
Yeah, me too.
Which one?
Maybe they will. Yeah, Germany, obviously. But maybe they will.
If then, how are they going to explain that to public? Oh, by the way, guys, 2 years ago, 1 year
Change
ago,
of plans.
when did they do it? We dumped Bitcoin at 50K.
Yeah,
Now we are buying it back at 120K. How do you feel about that?
Well,
Do you like that?
I mean, it could
Your
happen.
tax
so-
money, by the way. I hope it's fine with you.
you can't turn back the time switch, right? So this already happened. It would still be bullish if they start accumulating now, right? If you look at the potential of where Bitcoin is going to go in the future, if all the other governments are doing it. Just fucking Germany, if you're listening, just fucking buy some Bitcoin and put it in our stupid pension funds and help the people out here, instead of burning their money. Yeah, it's a fair point. And like I said, it already happened. Sure, they dumped all the Bitcoins they had from seizures, but back then also it was a different world, right? Now they look at US and they're like, damn, maybe we made a mistake. So what do? You're gonna suck it up and do better, I guess, hopefully, or not. I don't really care about Germany, but there's a chance, I think, that other governments, that it will in like 10 to 20 years from now, there's a very fair chance. In fact, if central banks are holding Bitcoin, then I don't know, as a country, as a government, you might want to look into this. But anyway, it is a big topic. But yeah, let's prepare a little giveaway, Pierre, before I yap a little bit about Solana price and Solid, our favorite altcoin here. Before we do that, let's do a quick giveaway, and then let's see if we have our guest speaker also coming in. Yeah, we might have a guest speaker. We definitely did invite, so we need to see if he's going to join or not. If not, we'll do it next week. But for now, let's do a little giveaway, guys. You know how it works? You can click the play button, put your hands on the keyboards, ladies and gents, and help us to get more visibility on this beautiful live stream. So comment Solid in the comment section right now. Just type in Solid in the comments, and it will give you a raffle ticket into a 1,500 Solid giveaway, which is right now just a little bit of coffee money, but it could be in future not just lunch money, but even more than that, if we reclaim the next target milestones. We're going to talk about that for our token. So make sure to comment Solid in the comment section right now. That's the first thing you have to do to get your ticket into this giveaway. After commenting Solid, you also need to follow Solid on X and retweet the live stream. Those are the 3 criteria we're going to look at to make you eligible for this giveaway. So guys, you know what to do. If you've been here with us for many, many times, then obviously you know what to do. Just put Solid in the comment section. And if you're new here, then this is your chance for today's giveaway. We usually do it once per stream, maybe twice. So this might be your only chance today to win some Solid and get Solid with us, guys. So Solid in the comment section. You have a few extra seconds until our lucky fairy is ready for the poll. Pierre is going to head over to Twitter and pull up the comment section, and he's going to scroll through the comments. I'm going to tell him to stop somewhere blindly, and that person, wherever the cursor stops, is going to be the winner for today's giveaway. So put your raffle ticket in the comments, Solid in the comment section. Boost this stream a little bit, help us to get more eyeballs on the important things we're yapping about here together. And we shall see who wins. Pierre, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, 3, 2, 1, start scrolling, and stop.
Stop. We have Carlos Alberto Solana ID Kaiser.
Carlos Alberto, my friend, congratulations for winning this beautiful prize for you, my dear hombre. I hope you have fun with it. Hold on to it. That is my suggestion. We're going to send you 1,500 Solid. Congrats to Carlos. Drop a W in the chat if you think he deserves the win, which he does, because he won. So, Carlos, good job. Thanks for putting your ticket in the comment section, and make sure that you also retweeted the live stream and follow Solana next. We're going to check. And you can reach out to Solana ID main account on Twitter or to Cyberbrother, and we're going to sort it out and give you your little gift as well, and just send it to your wallet. We just need your pub key. So for that, you can text Cyberbrother, or you can text Solana ID main account. GG Carlos. Thank you so much for playing with us, guys, everyone, because it helps to boost our stream. And it is boosted. Thank you so much, guys. Let's move on the agenda. How about some price talk before we move into the company updates? Carlos says hi. Awesome. Hi, Carlos. Good to have you here.
Hello.
Hello. I have a few more things to share with y'all. How about we check out some charts? Let's look at the charts today, ladies and gentlemen. We are trading at 140. Where are we actually? It's a bit messy here. I'm sorry for that. We are trading at $137 right now. $137 on the Solana chart. I am right now looking at the 1 hour chart of Solami. And we made a low here. We attempting to make a low on the 21st of November. And December could be this, right? December could be either a bounce to the upside and then bam, another push to the downside. That depends if we can either, if we're going to get rejected at the resistance levels of my yellow wave 4 here, which is between $156 and $205 right now. If we get rejected at any of these levels, then we might see another leg down to the downside. And that would complete the yellow wave count here, which said that this was a wave 3 bottom. But there's also the case for this down to be in, the low to be in, basically, in the chart, because the red count here tells me that the A, B, C correction to the downside might have been completed. There's also a 5-wave move to the downside that we can track here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, this one has been completed. So technically, we could be ready to go and pursue new all-time highs. And either we're going to get rejected at these yellow lines, as I told you before, and we see one more low, or we could attempt the 250 mark again into a larger B wave and then a C wave to the downside. That can also happen. Or we can finally reclaim this level here on the upside where my targets are sitting, which would basically bring us to $300. And with that, to new all-time highs, to complete this overall big 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup that you see on my chart here, that started basically, well, as early as 2023 in a wave 1, in a wave 2 correction, in a wave 3 to the upside, a wave 4 that we're in right now. Wave 4s are messy, and it is messy right now. This could be an A, B, C, right? Maybe that was the C. And now we could see that 5th wave playing out. So that is my most bullish scenario I can give you. Basically, this one. Oh, beautiful. And then we'll land somewhere here and make new all-time highs. So that is it's going to happen, by the way. We just don't know when, right? So that is in the macro realm of things. Now, zooming into the chart a little bit when we talk about Solana, right now, what I can tell you guys is that we're either in this red wave count here, where we kind of in the second wave right now, that could now go up again next week. Chances are pretty good. We can have a good start for December, guys. It is right now very feasible that we can have a good start of December as long as we're holding the $135 right now. We're close to it. As long as we hold this over the weekend, there's a chance that we actually break out to the upside here in a more impulsive structure, and that would complete this. That would complete the red ABC structure here, which started on the low, right? A, B, and then C to the upside, bringing us to the 5th wave completion. That could go in. It's still wave 4 resistance, right? We can still go down bit after this, if you remember what I just said in the 4-hour, 1-hour chart. But right now, we could also see a further decline here in a larger B wave, right? This could also play out, that we see A, B, and then a C to the upside, which is still bullish. So I think we're going to go up either way. That is my reading right now on the chart. No financial advice, not at all. I have no idea what I'm saying. But the technical markers and the edit waves right now help me to at least make some sense of the current structures here. It is a bit messy. It is not super clean in the charts. But what it tells me is that there's enough support levels right now to watch for a bounce to the upside, either directly from here or between $135 and $129. Okay. So let's see how that plays out. I think chances are higher than 50% that we see a bounce to the upside. And that is my reading, which is no financial advice. Sounds realistic? Sounds realistic, right? Checks out. Sounds like I could be right.
I hope so.
And if we see that, Pierre, if we see that bounce happening, and if we see higher prices, then chances are also good that Solid is going to recover from down here, because we did correct almost the whole pump we had in August here, as right now markets are kind of shit everywhere. But we also found the bottom here again. We're not going to go much lower than these levels, as you can see on the 4-hour chart here. There's like enough resistance here down here. I think there's almost no chance, by the way, that we can break much lower than here. The only chance would be that someone is dumping who I control, which is not going to happen. And then from here, we have also the chance to recover again and see some more upside on the chart, right? So right now we're kind of we're really in the lowest point of resistance here, or support, sorry, in the lowest point of support. And we saw a little bit of a relief already now playing out here from the lows as the token is steadily climbing up again. But we definitely need some more impulses and catalysts to bring us to new prices. And let me tell you, there are some catalysts that could make this actually happen. I think Solid is positioned still very well in the market to capture the next altcoin craze, which is also going to happen sooner or later, guys. It's just a question of time. It always has been always a question of time. There's going to be liquidity coming back to the markets, not only to Solana, but also alternative coins. The question is who can win. So you're going to bet on the right people, on the people that show up constantly and keep building throughout bulls and bears. And you're going to need to bet on the things that actually have some potential product-wise in this market. Because hype is great, and you can jump on every hype train and then make a few bucks on a token. But that's not Solid, right? Solid is supposed to be your long-term bet where you do the Warren Buffett kind of investing and you just hold part of a startup that has big potential to break through the attention capital markets on Solana by helping companies to do marketing more efficiently than anywhere else they could do on Solana. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Solana ID. So I think Solid is still positioned fairly well. We have December, which is probably an interesting month for us as well. We'll not only have a huge campaign with our friends from MetaMask coming up this month. It's not a secret anymore. You know it's coming. The date has been set. The preparations are undergoing right now. And it's getting sooner and sooner that it starts. And we're going to at least get an attention push to our product, right? We're not marketing the token at all during this campaign, but you know how it goes. Same with public markets and equities. When good news come in the headlines, usually company stocks are rallying. Just saying, no financial advice, but that might be a good trigger. And we announced Solid Soil in August this year, which is our buyback program, but we haven't given you guys the timelines on it because we want some speculation happening. But we're closer to giving you a timeline on that as well. And that timeline might be also enough of a catalyst to move the markets a little bit, because at least people will know for sure when the buyback is going to happen and start regularly to come in place. So that's another small piece of news I can share. And obviously, there are many, many more things we're working on, as always, that are further catalysts for 2026. But the closer we get to year end, the more we can reveal about these catalysts. But if you're here for the right reasons, as we are, then you're going to hold strong, shout out to Software, with us, and you're going to stay solid, shout out to ourselves, and make use of the next leg up. Positioned all right in the market. Now, enough price yapping, enough macro news, enough Solana talk. I see some solids in the comment section. Good to see you. Awesome. By the way, GM, I haven't seen your GM yet, so welcome to the live stream. Cyber says only one way to find out, which is patience, and stay with us and help us grow together, which we're also doing. And we can, I think, move on to the company update section of today's Solid Talk here. I don't think we're going to have a guest today, by the way, because I haven't seen...
it doesn't look like it.
Nope. Unfortunately, all we can do is invite people, send out the calendar invite, and invite them to join. But yeah, you know how it is. Weekend, and some people, they have change in plans. You know, you never know what happened. So we're going to excuse the gentleman and see if we can pull them up next week. It's one of our current perk partners that we have live in the Solana ID hub and also in the SDN by now, in the display network. But we're going to talk about it once we have the guest actually with us. Until then, we have definitely a few more items on the Solana ID company update section that we can double tap on. And one of this is obviously the road to Breakpoint. Pierre, are you feeling the FOMO already?
Yeah, I have to set a reminder for myself not to check Twitter in 2 weeks.
I mean, so here's the thing. This is part of the current section as well. Obviously, we have to leverage the fact that you are not there as much as possible. So you're not going to get a vacation, my friend. You're going to take care of all the operations in the back while we are out doing the heavy lifting. on site.
Sorry.
Shut up! You just put that thing on to have an excuse to not come. By the way, what happened? I think last week you already complained about this, but we didn't see a thingy, wrist wrap.
It's just more professional now, but it's the same thing, and I still don't really know what it is. I just have to
wait it out.
No, wait it out. Hopefully, it's going to be better in a few weeks.
Like
But
the Solana
it's
price.
pissing me off because I just wanna, train properly.
Right. Oh, I feel you, bro. I feel you. It's the worst when you want to do shit, but you can't because you're physically disabled because you're retarded. Yeah.
But then on the
Thanks,
same side, I can be grateful that it's just this and I don't sit in a wheelchair or something like that.
Here we go. That's the right mindset. Now we're talking. But are you able to at least use your keyboard now, or how's that looking?
Yeah, it's like I feel like a boomer.
Yeah, just the finger clicking.
I use my MacBook now as I would be my mom, I think. Like,
Damn. Pierre's mom, if you're watching right now, that is not a.
I love you.
Yeah, we love you. We love all the boomers. It's just funny how you guys are using technology. But yeah, okay. So the FOMO is going to be real for Breakpoint, obviously, because we're not flying you over this year for the event. But on the good side, on the bright side of things, honestly, I think it is good that we have someone from the core team not out and about, actually locked in on the laptop, because you can take care of other things. You can help us to keep all the group chats going on. Nothing is going to pause. You can help us as well to propose content ideas from afar. So because we're there, right? Benny and me, we're going to be on site and we're going to push Solana ID to the limit at Breakpoint, talk about everyone and spread the gospel. And we're going to need some content. So we're going to work on a few content ideas spontaneously that we can do on site. I'm going to do a few live streams with Soul Brothers, obviously, and we're going to have our special Solid Talk. So Solid Talk in 2 weeks, which is on the 13th of December. It's going to be Solid Talk 67. 67 is the number, guys. It's going to be a special. It's going to be on site. Is it a bad
Do you know
number?
that? You don't know this meme? I actually also don't understand it.
Last week already.
I don't understand it, but I think it's more like a TikTok generation thingy.
Now we're the boomers.
I have to search it up until then, what it actually means.
Guys, anyone here can help us in the comments. Please let us know what's the meme around the number 67. I actually want to know. But yeah, it is Solid Talk number 67. Maybe we can actually use that meme and jump on that train for the Solid Talk if it's something funny. But the Solid Talk special is going to happen. We're going to have a nice little studio that we're going to stream from. And we're going to have some guests that we're going to bring in. And we're going to have our major campaign partner during that time, MetaMask, also with us. And they're going to be helping to get some additional visibility on that huge-ass live stream that's going to happening right from Breakpoint, from Abu Dhabi. That's going to be fun. But also, if you are wondering yourself, if you're attending Breakpoint, maybe you're wondering, okay, what's going to go? How do I prepare for this? What's happening? Or if you're not attending, but you still want to be kind of in the known and you want to know what's happening so you can at least take part in the conversations, then you can check out this beautiful article from Solana Floor, which you will find on their Twitter page as well. Shout out to Solana Floor, good friends of us. Solana Breakpoint 2025, here's what to expect. They're going to double down on revenue and returns, which is actually the core theme of this year's Breakpoint, because revenue has been one of the main meta that Solana has been pushing the whole year over, because we are actually better than all the other layers when it comes to on-chain revenue. We'll outcompete every single other one. Ref coins have been a thing this year. So we also going to talk about that probably, how protocols are utilizing ref coins, which is essentially what we're doing with Solid Soil, or even further, our friends from Flash Trade are doing it very well as well. So ref coins are going to be part of the discussion as well. Solana Floor says, gone are the days of a white paper and a dream and philosophical governance tokens that don't create any meaningful value. As in real business world, success is measured by revenue. And we're trying to find our fit here as an industry. We have the internet capital markets narrative. We have all these innovative tokens, but we need to find a better way to actually put value in those tokens. And we're all working on this. together. And some of us, like Solana ID, are going to figure it out, and others won't. But this year's Breakpoint has this as main theme, basically. Returns. Solana has had an unforgettable 2025, which will be forever remembered as the year the network rose out of the trenches and stormed onto Wall Street. Institutions are here in full force with ETFs, digital asset treasuries, accumulating and hoarding billions of dollars worth of Solana. Why? Because they want better returns. And it's also a very interesting new development, honestly, that we haven't had in 2024. Institutions are finally here. Also, we are in the United Arab Emirates in Abu Dhabi, and it is also taking place during Bitcoin MENA. It's another huge event that's happening at the same time. There's Abu Dhabi Finance Week happening at the same time, and the stupid F1, which is going to bring a lot of people into the city. But yeah, it will also be a place where we have some of the most influential regulators and policymakers from the UAE on site, actually, including His Excellency Dr. Thani Al Sayyoudi, the UAE Minister of Foreign Trade, and the Excellency Rashid Abdul Karim Al Blushi, the ADGM Registration Authority, which is the financial market of Abu Dhabi. They're all going to be there because they are interested in Solana. Very cool, very good stuff. So yeah, Solana Floor is going to be there. They're probably going to be in a similar corner than where I will be at one of the days for Sol Brothers to do some media work on site. And if you are coming and you don't know yet what to do during the week, there's a shitload of side events. And Blast Control put out this beautiful side event schedule. Blastcontrol.notion.site. You can find the event schedule for Breakpoint. And as you see, Pierre, yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff happening. So this is not only Breakpoint side events, obviously. Yeah, they also put a lot of other side events here because, as I said, Bitcoin MENA is there, Abu Dhabi Finance Week is there. But actually, most of these guys here, most of these events here are Solana focused. I have my own personal list with more than 10 side events that are all Solana focused already, from kind of super team events like Solana Connect mixers to big events like the Met Day, the Solana MET, which is Meteora's huge side event that they're planning. But it all starts already with the SEZ, the Solana Economic Zone Dubai, which already happens next week and stretches until the start of Breakpoint, really. So yeah, huge list of side events here. And I already made my plans where to go and which ones to attend for the important connections that I want to do and the people to talk to on site. And yeah, personally, I have a few goals for myself. I definitely want to learn more about how our customers are using Solana ID and the experience with it. I want to learn more about how customers are currently having issues with marketing on Solana and how we can best solve their problems. So I just want to yap a lot, which is great because I'm good at that. And I'm going to just soak up all the information I'm going to get. I put it all in my notes section so that I just learn things directly there, because we're always scheduling calls. We're always kind of asking people to jump on a quick call to learn something from them. But it's really difficult remotely to just extract kind of primary research data from the market participants. But at Solana, it's super easy because when you stand next to a builder at an event, you have to talk about something anyways. So instead of talking about the weather and how great Abu Dhabi is, we can just ask them some questions. And that's what I'm going to do. And that's what Benny's going to do, because we definitely want to. So one of my main themes for this Breakpoint is just to learn, right? And to soak in a lot of information. But besides that is kind of intangible. I also have some tangible goals, which includes talking to some liquidity providers, investors, and so on, that could be interested in some things that we're cooking when it comes to Solid. And I also have a secret project that I'm not ready to announce yet fully, that I'm working on right now, that is definitely very intertwined with Solana ID. And the things we're going to achieve with that secret project are going to help us tremendously for Solana ID next year. And it's a great time because I'm just finalizing the strategy for that secret project, and I'm going to use Breakpoint to have some intimate conversations with important people that will help me in that endeavor. So that is another goal of mine, to secure some strategic partners for that endeavor. That sounds very mysterious, I know, which is good. Speculation, we love it. And I really can't, and I don't want to already now announce details about the secret project because I'm still in stealth for a few reasons with this. But yeah, you can already if you follow me here and there and you listen to what I'm talking about, you can put things together probably, but you won't know any specifics because I haven't announced and talked about that anywhere publicly, only very internally. But yeah, that is Breakpoint 2025, guys. And yeah, again, if you're not there, then really don't sweat it. It's totally fine. Enjoy the time from home. Make sure to tune in some of the live streams that Solana is putting out there. Make sure to tune into some of the Solana ID live streams like our Solid Talk, and join our Sol Brothers live streams. And you're going to be pretty good up to speed on what's happening on the ground. And you're going to have a good time because you're going to see a lot of announcements on Twitter from all the companies that they've been holding on that they will push out on Breakpoint. So I think it's going to be very exciting end of the year rally for Solana. Sounds good?
Sounds good. Sounds very good.
Awesome. Beautiful. I think how many? We did only one Breakpoint, right? We did only Singapore last year together. Because the year before that, we were still a little bit in the Solana shadows.
Yeah. It's your second Breakpoint. Feels like we already have been in Solana
like it's my
for 10
third
years or something. It's weird.
Yeah. We're still kind of new to this, which sounds really weird because we're building the Solana ID and we're, hosting the podcast and we know so many people now. We know all the companies really on Solana.
I think nobody's going to believe you that you only went to one Breakpoint so far. And then the second one this year, yes, of course. But
actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I actually said it wrong to someone. Someone asked me the other day, I think it was Bibu. Yeah, how many Breakpoints did you? I was like, 2, 3. Because that's how I felt. And then after the conversation, I started to be like, wait a second, I think
You're such a fraud.
Yeah, shit. Okay, I take it back, Bibu. Sorry for that. It was my first one last year. It was cool, it was nice. And I think this year's going to be pretty insane. I think next year is going to be totally crazy.
Yeah, it's
because right now,
next year, and then the next year. I hope that they will do it somewhere, maybe Europe or Asia again. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's once a year, but yeah.
I think it hasn't been. Did it ever? How to say? Was it ever in America?
No, they don't do that.
Continent? No.
They just do. They just did Accelerate for the first time. I think they're gonna do that same roadmap. The way Foundation is doing events these days is exactly like this, right? We have Solana APEC multiple times per year in different kind of regions. We have Solana Summits, which is very similar to Solana APEC, and then we have Acceleration US APEC. Sorry, Solana APEX. Then we have the Accelerate, which is in US, and I think it's going to happen again. It was a pretty good success, and it felt like Breakpoint, honestly. But it is just very US branded, Accelerate. It's very US lingo, and everything is US flags and so on. So I think they want to have a US branded event, and then they want to have a global event, which is Breakpoint for everyone. And they have to do it somewhere. And we already had a discussion why Abu Dhabi is not good, but there's also reasons why it's good, right? Which is it's pretty central between Europe and Asia and so on. It is not US. US already they have their own shit. They have Accelerate, so but for everyone else, it's good. The location is not bad, and it is a nice city to go to. And there's a lot of money in the city. So, and also I think they just wanted to put it somewhere where other shit is happening, like Bitcoin MENA and Abu Dhabi Finance Week. That makes sense. F1 doesn't make sense. Yeah, that makes no sense. But that is just it's always I don't know why it's always like that. There must be reasons, but it's probably always going to be around F1 for some fucking I don't know. I'm not into F1.
Maybe one of the organizers is a heavy F1 fan and just wants to be there. So
yeah, maybe there's some company overlaps between Solana and Formula 1.
I don't know.
We're speculating, guys. Let's prepare the NFT, Pierre, as we're getting closer to the full hour. Let's get our weekly participation NFT up on the stage here and show people what we got today, because it is time for your unique collectible. So let's do it now. Every single week, we're giving away a unique collectible for you guys. You know the deal. If you've been here with us before, you've seen it before. And this week we got Solidian Energy, we got Solidian Flash, we got Lightning Solidian. I don't know how this one is called.
Wait. Let me check. What is it called? It's the lightning strike.
Hey, first time I'm almost right. Okay, so this, ladies and gentlemen, is today's participation NFT. It looks powerful. It looks ready for a big month. It is a great artwork here. Thanks, Sigmund, for creating these every single week and putting your creative skills to good use for Solana ID here and for our community. Cyber says Super Saiyan Solidian. Let's go. I think this is a beauty. It's definitely worth getting. So if you're here with us right now, then this is your chance to get your hands on this NFT, and it is fairly easy to do so, Pierre.
Is it?
Can we already give some instructions?
Yeah, it's done.
All right. Then, guys, all you have to do, and Pierre, I need your help with the QR code and everything. But all you have to do is go to talk.solana.id. And
is it a question or is that? Are you sure about it? Because if you're not sure, then how can everyone else be sure?
Yeah, it is talk.solana.id. Yep, that's our domain. And the secret code is BP, which stands for Big P. It stands for Breakpoint.
Bit penis. There's a guy that I always see on my timeline, and I always wonder, why did he choose to have this name? Do you know him?
Yeah, 8-bit penis. I know him.
Bit penis.
Fellow Balkan friend.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
We need to ask. I don't know him that well. I don't know him that well.
Because sometimes he's in very how to say, serious discussions involved about different topics, and then I see this name like Bit Penis, and I can already not take it serious.
Well, welcome to crypto, I guess. What are you expecting? So what do people do? They have to put in the secret code, which is BP. They have to copy paste their Solana wallet address on talk.solana.id, and they have to reply to the post that is in the form as well. So just click on reply, reply something funny, and put the reply URL in the section on the form. Then leave a quick retweet
with.
I'm gonna wait. I want to reply with
penis.
Big penis?
Yeah, BP. What else could it be?
Nice. The very intelligent conversations here, as always. So I'm gonna quote retweet actually with today's Solid Talk NFT. Solid Talk number 56. Yeah, what is 65, right? 65.
65.
Live streaming since we've been streaming since 65 weeks without a break. Who else does that? Okay, I posted, I reposted, I liked, and I commented. So I think now I can click claim, and it says, "Oh, what? Enter your Solana address. Almost there. Try another answer." What? What do you want?
The basics, Simon. The basics.
No, but I put my wallet ID there.
Did you do it? Are you sure?
Yeah, it says almost there. Try another answer.
Oh fuck! I think I fucked it up.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
What did you do?
Okay, try again. Should work now. Yeah, please.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, quest completed. Okay, guys, if you experience some issues right now, then
it's not my fault. Not my fault.
Yeah, here we go. Blame Pierre. He gotta do some push-ups, which he can't. But it should work now. So try it again, guys. Try it again. Just
I can do push-up with one hand
and put it there again. Can you?
I think so. Should I try?
Mm-hmm.
I don't wanna break the other one
because of something stupid.
Yeah,
just don't break it.
Better not.
Okay, great. Here you go. Risk averse. That's our Pierre. Playing it safe. It's good that we have him in the company. You gotta have one guy with a brain. Okay, guys. So this has been your participation NFT of the week. If you haven't got it yet, then talk.standard.id, fill it out, delete your wallet ID, replug it, and click on submit or claim, and it's gonna work now. So get your NFT for this week's Solid Talk, and you're gonna be one step closer to being solid, guys. One step closer. Alrighty. Let's fucking go, says Janis. Also, Janis said earlier that he wants Breakpoint to be in Istanbul. Breakpoint 2026 Istanbul. That would be actually cool. I wouldn't
love
mind that.
I love Istanbul.
But also,
I love
in
the
Istanbul,
food and the
we already
Turkish
have.
delight.
Turkish delights. We have already Crossroads. So I don't know if
You can go there twice a year. It's okay.
Oh, totally. No, I love Istanbul as well for a few days. It is a fucking crazy city, not gonna lie.
I really loved it. There was nothing that I didn't like, I think.
How about Breakpoint Bulgaria?
I've never been in Bulgaria. Is there anything special?
I mean, it's nice.
Is the food good?
Shut up.
Do you have Bulgarian delight, or what do you guys have?
Desserts are all right, I guess. The thing is, you got everything here. You got a bit of Greece, you got a bit of Turkey, you got a bit of Serbia, a bit of Croatia. It's kind of a nice mix that you got down here. Lots of gypsies, which are great people. So it's a good place. You should definitely check it out. I think next year maybe we're gonna make it happen, huh? To get you down here.
Sure. Let's go.
To balkanize you a little bit would be good. Too long in Asia and you're gonna become a puss. I didn't say that. All the Asians right now are like, what? Canceling me. They're gonna cancel me. Okay, guys, we do have one more section to cover in today's Solid Talk, which is PIP. We're gonna talk about pips.
Pip.
What are pips, Pierre?
Pips are penises in
in perpetuity.
Okay, it's the perks in progress.
Perks in progress. So, maybe first of all, what about a little shout out to a perk that has been live since a week now? I think
a week. Which one?
Yeah, should be a week. The mystery perk, Pierre. I'm talking about the mystery perk.
I like mysterious stuff.
So the mystery perk, it is live here in the Solana ID Hub, and you also find it in our display network on a few of our display partners.
That looks very mysterious.
Ooh, very mysterious. Quick reminder to everyone here. Take a quick anonymous survey for a chance to win from a 2,000 USDC prize pool. Last time, we already distributed prizes. I actually got $50, but don't tell you. But I was a winner as well from that. Bro, it's like I take part in the survey as well, and obviously I took a win as well here because the chances are not bad to win because we don't have like thousands of people participating in this yet, which is better for you. So if you haven't claimed your mystery perk yet, all you have to do is go to app.solana.id, mint your Solana ID if you don't have one yet, or get the fuck out of here. Get into your hub and click on claim perk.
It's okay.
And you're gonna be able, if you're in tier 1, 2, or 3, which is fairly good chance that you're at least in tier 3 if you connect more than one wallet to your Solana ID hub. And you will be able to take a short anonymous product survey that is going to help us to make better product decisions for either ourselves or partners. It's a mystery. And you're going to enter a 2,000 USDC raffle for completing it. The main winner is going to get $250 for a quick survey. And 5 people are going to get $100, and 25 people are going to get $50. Even $50 is going to be well worth your 5-minute time of filling out that survey. It's a great perk. Make use of it. It's going to be only live for probably another week or even less. So make sure to get your hands on the mystery perk today. That has been sounded almost like a little ad section here in our Solid Talk. The mystery perk is once time participate. Yes, of course, Jens. But I mean, this one. There might be another one, but until we relaunch the next mystery perk, you can only obviously do it once. If you do it multiple times, then with your Solana ID, it doesn't really work, right? No. If you have 10 Solana IDs with tier 3, maybe you can make it, but then you also need 10 different sets of wallets that make you eligible for tier 3. So how you do it, you'll figure it out. But it is definitely once per user. Help our builders build, says Cyberbrother. That is right. And more pips, ladies and gents. We have another perk coming up very soon. We're working on it right now. I just need to tell Pierre about it because he doesn't know everything yet. But we're gonna do something with our friends who are building the liquid staking layer on Solana. And if you don't know yet who that is, then do some quick research and you're gonna find out. There's only one company on Solana that is big on LSTs, and these dear gentlemen and women are gonna launch perk with us probably now. So basically next week, and it's gonna be live in the hub very soon. And it's also pretty easy to participate there as well. There's going to be chances to participate for everyone, really. Obviously, higher tiers, better perk, but everyone is going to get something. And all you have to do to participate in that perk is have a Solana ID and head over to our partner, interact with their protocol. You have to do a swap. That's what I can already say. You don't, if you own one Solana, chances are very high that you can participate in it. That's what I can say. And then all you have to do is wait until the campaign is completed, which is going to be end of the following week. And then we might have a reward for you. So another interesting perk that's going to come up very, very soon with our friends from the LST platform on Solana. I could say the name because everyone knows now who I'm talking about, but I just don't. And then last but not least, I have a few fresh ideas, let's say, for new perks that we could launch that we haven't started working on yet. So this is a very, very early stage. The following perk has been highlighted by a community member. Shout out to Jack the Mac. If you're here, Jack, then thank you so much. It's a Discord member in our community who brought up this topic in Discord, and Cyberbrother was so friendly to relay it to the team. And we saw you, Jack the Mac, thanks to Cyber. And it's about Solstice. Solstice is a protocol on Solana where you can just have some yield opportunities. It's permissionless institutional yield product. Really cool. And these guys already did a campaign with our friends from Ethos Network. Actually, I don't know if they're friends because I don't know them, but they're doing reputation and credibility for crypto driven by peer-to-peer reviews. Interesting. It's a different kind of setup than what we're doing with on-chain reputation. They do P2P reviews. There's been a few attempts of this actually in the past. I forgot the names. I don't know too much about Ethos, but I do know that they're using their scores to unlock up to 1.5x on all flares, which is some sort of point system they have. It stacks globally across everything. So whatever you do with Solstice, hold assets, put money into vaults, use partner pools, you're going to get some flares for that. And if you have a score with Ethos, you are getting a boost on that flares. That is a very nice template for a Solana ID campaign, honestly, because you can literally copy paste this in our model. You okay, Pierre? You just sounded like you died. Okay. Awesome. So, yeah, I think it's a good idea to reach out to these guys. So again, Jack the Mac, thanks for highlighting it. I don't know if there's any users already from Solstice here. Oh, Ben is also going to be at Breakpoint, so might be a good idea to also chat with him directly about this. But yeah, they have USX, they have EUSX and SLX. That's their token. That is probably some sort of stable token, and that is basically some probably extra yield token. Let's see how they break it down here. USX, the foundation of Solstice, is designed to scale and fuel the entire ecosystem. Okay, it's powering everything on Exponent. Interesting. EUSX is basically USX with extra yield, similar to like an LST. You stake USX to get EUSX. Okay, yeah, we've seen that around. Therefore, making the stablecoin more useful and attracts more money on Exponent and across Solana. Cool. SLX, it powers the ecosystem when people use Solstice minting, borrowing, or trading. The system grows and LSX benefits. Cool. Looks like a interesting setup here. Very interesting DeFi product. I like it. I haven't used Solstice myself yet, so I can't give you any first-hand research here from my side. But I'm going to follow them, and I'm going to check out their product, maybe do a little trials here, and we're going to try to reach out to them to do something similar than what I did here. And this is a good kind of example of how you can help us as a team to get more perks, just drop a comment in Discord. Usually we hear you and we see it and we're going to investigate. So if you want perks from any protocol, let us know. We're going to start working on it. There's another company, and Pierre helped me to get in touch with them. Our friends from Dex. These guys are
He did that on purpose.
Dix.xyz is a protocol which allows you to turn Solana tokens into the perfect gift. So what they're basically doing is gift cards with Solana. I talked with the team last week when I was sick as fuck, so it was a short call, but we already have an intro with them and a group chat, and we're kicking off things. It's really cool. You can basically just put money on a gift card and give it to a friend, and it is the wallet is already kind of account abstracted on it, so you can redeem your gift card and you have a wallet with the tokens on the gift card directly in your wallet. So it's actually like a super easy way to get Solana, I would say, or any Solana token. So there's probably some interesting things we could do with them as well for Solid ourselves, I imagine. But for now, what I'd like to work on with them is a Solana ID campaign that will help you guys to use the gift card system that they have with better benefits if you're a Solana ID holder. The Dex prepaid card makes it as simple as a tap and go. They also have a card. Interesting. So yeah, you can check them out already. Leave them a follow, and then just stay tuned for future news when it comes to Dex. Because yeah, like I said, this one is not just an idea like Solstice. This one is already in the talks with us. So we're working on it. Yeah, thanks Pierre for highlighting it and finding them in our spam folder on Solana ID.
Sometimes there's a hidden gem in the spam folder on Twitter, but unfortunately 99% of the times it's just idiots reaching out. And the messages are either AI written or they don't know how to write English and don't even bother to use a translator or anything.
Or their baby has cancer and they have no money and they need you to send them $1,000 right now, otherwise it dies.
That's like the worst so much, but
I got it a few times. Those are the worst money grabs you can do out there. Like
that's shit, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like what people do for money, right? But yeah, I also found in the spam folder, I also found Pump.Fun team saying GM to me and asking what you want to do with them and so on. It was literally buried in my spam as well. So it makes sense sometimes to go through your spam messages on Twitter to see if there's anyone that actually wants to talk about something with substance with you guys. Yeah, because it happens. Sometimes it happens.
Simon.
Yep.
Before we wrap it up, you said earlier you didn't get anything from or you didn't hear anything about the SheFi
what happened? Let's talk about some Twitter drama. What is that?
So you don't know what SheFi is, because I also didn't know before what it was.
No.
So it seems to be some sort of paid community for girls to join crypto and work in crypto and find jobs and stuff like this, I think.
Okay.
Which sounds okay.
Sounds cool.
Okay. Sounds okay.
No, sounds
but
good.
then
sounds good.
But let me add something and then I tell you what I think about it, and then you can say what you think about it. Because there's also initiatives like this for developers, not girls. And they are not, I think the content or the community is not about tech. It's all marketing and sales and stuff like this, right?
Okay.
And they pay a yearly fee of $800 to be part of the community.
Okay.
And you can also, I think, earn, but I don't want to say anything wrong. I just heard something about like multi-level marketing, and you bring other people and make money from that, and basically people are making more money by bringing new people instead of actually using the knowledge or whatever. And that's what I heard, right? I just saw it on Twitter. But then I was thinking, we have initiatives like Blue Shift or Super Team, And Blueshift is probably one of the best, if not the best, developer training on Solana, and it's for
Yeah.
free, completely free, and you actually learn how to build shit and contribute to the ecosystem, right?
True.
And so yeah, it's a good thing
Yeah.
that there's
It's a bit pay
something
to win.
that and then they are saying about themselves that they are shaping crypto and Web3 somehow. I don't know how they do it. I don't want to say anything about it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of floskels and empty promises.
yeah, and then they are not building anything, right?
Yeah. Sounds like they're here with the wrong for the wrong reasons, which is money grab. I don't know them at all, right? Like just from what you're saying right now, it sounds like a money grab kind of thing. Pyramid scheme-ish could be. That could fit that explanation a lot as well. Obviously, the focus on women is like it's a niche they went in because it is a niche that they would want to own probably. But yeah, I think it's. I don't know if it's a great business model that actually helps to shape crypto and Web3. So
Yeah,
did they get a lot of?
I'm also
shit or-
biased because I
Yeah.
spend so much time in this coaching and
Yeah, you saw a
digital
lot of
information product game, and it's never about the people. It's always about the money.
Yeah. Yeah, the about the people is always the facade, but it's never the truth, which is the problem.
Yeah, but for
actually.
example, like initiatives like Blueshift, I met Dean
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
Bali, and this guy is like, he's an absolute chap. He's really, his mission is to help. He's helping a lot for free, right? Doing lots of good stuff, not asking for anything. And then you have on the other side, you have these communities. They're also trying to do something good, I think, but then it's mainly about money.
It's okay to be financially motivated, but it can't be everything. And you, as long as as soon as you forget that karma works, you're fucked. And Dean might not even know the concept of karma, but he still participates in it, right? By providing more value to the world than he takes out of it.
Yeah.
And usually it rebalances at some point. Unfortunately, for the people that are not.
And also in the
karma
ages of AI and YouTube and whatever, you don't need to buy a membership for $800 per year to learn anything. You can learn anything for free on YouTube with ChatGPT, or there's tons of good books out there that you can just download as a PDF. You don't even have to pay for it.
But you can. It's like it is also like university pros and cons, right? Especially private ones. And I'm a good example because I went through this, and I can tell you that there's pros and there's cons. And
network. I would say it's always the network.
If the money you pay actually gives you something that has value compared to doing it yourself, then you got a service. You received a service, you paid for the service. And that service can have different shapes. It could be a great structure, a structured approach to learning that you couldn't figure out yourself because someone smarter did it for you. A structured program with workshops and speakers and additional knowledge that you can tap into and so on, right? University does that. They structure it in a way for you and slice it down and break it down and make it digestible. That's one thing. Second thing can be the network. So if you join such a program and it opens a network for you that you couldn't tap in without it, then it's also you're paying for that. You're paying for the network access. That's also a valid point. So there can be a sales proposition that works for these projects. But if it's a pyramid scheme with the wrong people running it and too much of a money grab and too little of an output, then it's a net negative. So, but yeah, I've never heard about them honestly. But I think it's also less about them really, this conversation, and more about the meaning of it and the concepts, right, that we want to highlight. Yeah.
I also don't know why it exploded for a few days. Actually, I don't know what.
Maybe because of that. Maybe because of the negative. Like that's usually how it works. People saw it, and then everyone talked about it, and then they got a lot of negative press, and then they got a lot of attention.
Yeah, but it's not that they are doing this since last week. They're doing it for this
Yeah,
for years, I think.
yeah. But that's how virality works sometimes, right? You never know where it really comes from, but it originates somewhere and then it builds momentum. That's why you can't. There's no virality playbook really. It's kind of a numbers game that involves luck as well. So there's something happened that led to an kind of increased mindshare on the project.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, in the end of the day, good for them that everyone talked about it, because I think they got a lot of new eyeballs and applicants, and in the end of the day, more money. So
Yeah.
good for them.
Until karma
Well,
gets them.
Simon, until karma gets them, exactly.
Yeah. Guys, let's wrap it up. This has been a Solid Talk number 65. We went through macro, we went through token prices, chart analysis, a giveaway. We had some company updates. We gave you the pips, the perks in progress, and shared this week's community participation NFT. And if you don't have it yet, talk.standard.id. This is your last chance to get your hands on this week's NFT. Talk.standard.id. The secret code is Breakpoint, and you can get your hands. You can claim it over there. We'll send it in your wallet during the next week. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Yet another Solid Talk this week. We're going to see you again next week for number 66 of Solid Yeppin. Until then, you guys have a very good week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good Sunday. Use the time to reflect and plan your week ahead, because it's going to be a big week. We're kicking off December. We're kicking off Breakpoint month, and there might be a rally coming. We'll see. We'll see. Until then, guys, make sure to get solid or stay solid, and we will see you at the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. We love you all, and bye-bye. See you guys.
Bye-bye.